Now, if you choose to continue, then the next practice that I offer is a slow, deep, meditative practice of yin yoga. Mainly we'll focus on your spine and also a little bit on the hips. So to start with, in a seated position, we come to a forward fold where you keep your right leg straight in front and bend the left knee out to the side. Now you can use a support under the left knee. Also your front leg, the right leg, doesn't have to be all the way straight, so use something under that knee, especially if you have sciatica or you've torn your hamstring, but also if your hamstrings are just a little bit tight. You can also bring something under your buttocks so it's easier to fold forward. And in the yin yoga mode, you'll just fold forward to a point where there is natural resistance in the body, so no forcing. You can use something under your forehead. So I tried a block, but it can be a cushion, or you can even prop yourself up on your elbows and rest your head on your arms, on your hands. But if your spine feels fine, if especially your upper part of your neck has no injury, then it might feel okay for you to just let the head hang. So once you've made the necessary adjustments, we are staying here for a few good minutes. So as you settle in, start to soften your muscles. Again, as I said, there's no forcing. You're not trying to pull yourself deeper. You're coming to your natural edge. Your spine can round, but make sure that you still feel that there's space to breathe, so that the frontal body still feels spacious. Focus on the exhale being long and steady and calm. And as I said, we soften the outer muscles of the body. So here you might be feeling this at the back of the right leg, maybe in the hip area, also the lower back. So these are the areas that you want to create space in when you inhale, and then allowing the exhale to soften the muscles so that the stretch can reach the deeper tissues of the body. Make sure your face is soft, your jaw, no unnecessary tension in the shoulders. And then slowly you start to move up by pressing the floor away, rounding your back straight up, extending the left leg out, walk the hands back, and you can just stay here extending the legs, or you can move your feet a little bit. Just notice. So allowing the body to recover. If you need to take longer, and then we set ourselves up for the second side. So left leg straight, maybe a support under your right knee or under the left knee as well. So our sides of the body are not the same, so make sure that you use the necessary support here. Again, there's a block or a cushion under the forehead is an option to support the neck. And then when you again find that spot that at least initially feels comfortable, then allow your breath to deepen and allow your body to drop the muscles to soften. So Yin Yoga targeting the deeper muscles, the connective tissues of the body, your joints and ligaments. And for that, we need to relax the outer, the bigger, more superficial muscles so that the stretch can reach deeper. The nature of this practice is that it can get uncomfortable as we hold these poses for extended periods of time. So then your practice becomes about allowing, about the concepts of acceptance. So without trying to fix anything or change anything, we turn our attention towards the different sensations that are moving through us without judgment. We notice our experience changing. We can use a breath as a focal point, a deep breath also as a way to release when we feel that the body starts to contract. And in that way, not only making more space in the body, in a sense of gaining more flexibility, we start to create space in our mind. Not letting our first impulses draw us out of our center. But we're able to notice even discomfort, but to stay with it. Even to notice when you get bored and stay with that. Or restlessness is very common to surface in this practice. Beautiful work. Again, gently, gently round your spine back up. Extend both legs straight. Walk the hands back. Take a moment. You can also bend the knees and slowly move the knees from one side to another as a way to release. Or you can keep the legs straight and just be still between the poses. As we have one more forward fold to go, so this time both legs straight. Remember, you can use something to sit on. So especially if your spine is a little bit more tight, there's less flexibility in the thighs, then please prop yourself up. It's easier to fold forward. Again, support can be under your knees, so a big cushion, a big pillow under the knees, so knees do not have to be straight. And there can be something under your forehead, so see how I can even stack a tower under my forehead so that it's supported. But same thing applies here. If your neck is fine, there's no injury, you can also allow your head to just drop. So settle in. Remember, no pushing, no pulling. Coming to your natural edge, where there's this first resistance point in the body, and then pausing. As you pause in stillness, you notice, you stay aware, you stay alert, and you soften. Again, the surrounding of the spine is okay, just making sure you don't collapse too much into the chest. And a note of warning, if there is already a naturally curved back, a condition called kyphosis, then maybe these longer held forward holds are not the best practice. Softening deeper, feeling the backside of the body. It's the bladder meridian that runs on either side of the spine, and then on the back of your legs. The bladder meridian being connected to your kidney meridian, so they're like a tandem working together. Kidneys being responsible for the quality of the life force, also called chi, that is moving through you. Again, notice your experience changing over time. See if you can stay in that witnessing mode, noticing everything, allowing it to be. And then gently, again, push the floor away as you make your way up. And we will release this one onto the floor. So let your spine come down. And we'll take a moment here. So your hands come on either side of the body. Feel into the weight of the body and let yourself drop. We will stay on the back. So from here, keeping both hips grounded, start to walk your feet over towards the right, both hips grounded. And then I extend my arms up above my head, holding the opposite elbows. If it's uncomfortable for the elbows, you can bring something that supports your forearms. Or you can just keep the hands on either side of the body. You can cross your left ankle over the right ankle to get deeper into the pose, or for some people, it's actually the other way around, right ankle over the left ankle. So take a moment to experiment. And then again, we settle in. So make sure both hips, both buttocks on the floor. You're in this crescent shape. So sometimes that is called banana shape, banana asana, or crescent moon, half moon. So here, feeling the left side of the body. Again, there might not be that much sensation initially, but use the same technique, so keep softening the muscles around the hips and around the shoulders. But please make sure that this feels comfortable for the shoulders, so holding the hands up above your head. If there's any pinching sensation in the shoulders, then bring the hands down or support your forearms on something. And then let the body sink. Let yourself drop. So even if there's not much doing, or even if it feels there's not much happening, see if you can stay alert and present and aware of more and more subtle currents, sensations that are moving through you. And let your breath help you. The breath helps to soften. The breath can help to keep the focus. And then slowly start to release to the center and pause before going over to the other side. So realigning yourself, coming back with the hips right under your shoulders, the feet wide. And then we move over, same pose on the other side. So you start to walk the feet over towards the left, and you start to walk your upper body to meet. Both hips grounded. Now choose. The feet can stay parallel, or to make the pose a little bit deeper, the outer foot, the right ankle, can cross over the left, or for some bodies it actually feels deeper when you cross the left ankle over the right. Choose a hand position that serves you. So curving the body in a crescent moon shape, feeling the right side of the body. So the side body doesn't get stretched that often. So part of this practice is to take so-called like unusual or different shapes, so that we work with tissues throughout the body. Side body also relates to gallbladder meridian, running through the side of the body, gallbladder correspondingly working together with liver, a detoxifying organ of the body, but also an organ that distributes the energy throughout the body. So we had the kidney responsible for the quality of the energy, and then now the liver responsible for distributing that energy throughout. And slowly reposition yourself back to the center. And again, we just take a moment, feel the whole body, let it drop. Feeling the rebound effect. And then step the soles of the feet on the mat. So final twist from here. Hop your hips just a little bit over towards the left, then hugging the knees in and moving the knees over to the right. Again, you can bring something between the knees if the knees are not comfortably together on the floor. And notice now when I extend my arms out, also I can bring something under the left shoulder if the left shoulder is not comfortably on the mat. My right hand can be extended out to the right, or my right hand can be on my left knee. Position of your head can be towards the knees or away from the knees. So again, depending what feels comfortable for the spine. And also your left hand can be extended a little bit higher, only when that feels good for the shoulders, so you keep stretching through the left side of the body. Now settle in. Deep breaths in the belly. The body is sinking with every exhale, so the muscles are softening, the bones are heavy, your face is soft, and your breath is in the navel. Again, all of this sending a message to your nervous system that everything is okay, that you are safe, that you can relax. It's okay to let go. It's okay not to do, but to just be. It's okay to soften, and it is okay to feel whatever you're feeling. And slowly bring yourself back to the center. Realign the hips with your shoulders. Take a moment before you go over to the other side. Centering again. And then a tiny hop, just a few centimeters, moving the hips over to the right, and then hugging the knees into your chest and letting the knees drop over to the left. Remember, something between the knees or under the knees if the knees don't land comfortably on the mat or the knees are not touching, and something under your right shoulder if the shoulder blade is not, if the shoulder is off the mat. Turn your head in a direction that feels good. Extend your right arm straight out from the shoulder or slightly higher if that is comfortable for the shoulder. Then notice that your belly is soft. Release the muscles around the hips. Feel your spine, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. Then feel that the shoulders are soft. Your face is soft. Letting the twist work for your body without you needing to do anything. And then you slowly bring yourself again back to the center, bring the hips back. Take a moment, feeling the spine, feeling the breath. And then feel free to stay longer in Shavasana, stay longer in the relaxation, letting the body drop, completely relaxed. Or if you choose to, then moving on to meditation.